The hotel ballroom glittered with crystal chandeliers and white linen tables, a hush of expensive perfume floating under the soft hum of a string quartet. It was the annual gala for one of the city's biggest tech firms, where executives mingled, interns tried to impress, and cameras waited for a scandal. In the corner by the service door, Leo adjusted his plain jacket and took a nervous breath. He was the building's janitor, the man who emptied trash cans and polished floors, invited tonight only, because someone on the event staff thought it would be funny to set him up on a blind date with one of the company's most beautiful guests. He had no idea he was a pawn in their joke. All he knew was that he'd been told to wear a suit and wait at table 7 for someone special. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and treating people with respect, no matter who they are, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Hidden Hearts so stories like this can reach more people who need them. Across the room, 2 junior executives snickered into their champagne as Leo sat down. They had arranged the date as a prank, telling a glamorous marketing coordinator she'd be meeting a mysterious angel investor. When she arrived, her face fell. She saw a shy man in a second-hand suit and scuffed shoes, his calloused hands folded neatly on the table. People whispered, phones came out. Leo didn't know the backstory, but he could feel the weight of their stares. He shifted in his chair, wishing he were invisible, remembering how many times in his life he had been the butt of jokes. As dinner service began, Leo did what he always did best. He listened. He asked his date polite questions, complimented her work without knowing who she really was, and shared small, honest stories about his immigrant parents, the late night studying for the degree he could never afford to finish, the side business he was trying to start. She softened, realizing this wasn't a con man. It was a good man, but the snickering around the room grew louder. Someone muttered about the janitor and the beauty queen, and Leo's cheeks burned crimson. Halfway through dessert, a hush rolled across the ballroom. At the head table, the company's CEO, a reserved woman known for her icy composure, had stood up. She walked slowly toward table 7, her heels clicking on marble, her eyes sweeping over the crowd. No one dared breathe. She stopped beside Leo and put a hand on his shoulder. She spoke clearly so everyone could hear. She told the room that Leo was not just the building's janitor. He was the reason the office is shown every morning. The person who once stayed all night during a flood to protect the company's servers. The man who quietly earned a scholarship to finish his engineering degree online. And then she revealed something no one but she knew. Leo's startup idea had recently been accepted into the firm's incubator program. He wasn't a joke date. He was about to become their business partner. The color drained from the pranksters' faces. Cameras lowered. The marketing coordinator at the table reached for Leo's hand, eyes wide with apology. Leo, overwhelmed, blinked back tears. He had walked into the room feeling small. He was leaving it seen and respected. The CEO invited him to join her at the head table. For the first time that night, silence gave way to genuine applause. It rolled through the hall like a cleansing wave, sweeping away the cruelty that had hung there minutes before. Over the weeks that followed, the story spread far beyond the company. People learned about Leo's perseverance, how he worked nights cleaning floors while developing an app to make custodial work safer and more efficient, how he saved every penny to care for his sick father. He became a symbol inside the firm for humility and grit. The 2 junior executives who had set up the prank publicly apologized, and Leo, true to his nature, forgave them. The marketing coordinator, who had been drawn into the joke, ended up volunteering to help him launch his app. Together, they turned what started as a humiliation into a partnership that lifted them both. Leo never stopped working hard. He didn't trade his plain jacket for arrogance. He wore it into investor meetings as a reminder of where he'd come from. The CEO mentored him personally. And every gala after that, he sat at the head table not as the janitor but as an honored guest, making sure every staff member, from waiters to security guards, was treated with dignity. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Hidden Hearts so more people can feel the power of respect, perseverance, and second chances. It truly makes a difference. Imagine the final shot. The same ballroom a year later, chandeliers glowing, cameras flashing, but this time Leo stands at the podium as a keynote speaker. His parents in the front row, the CEO smiling proudly. The people who once whispered now rise to give him a standing ovation. A man once mocked for his job has become an inspiration, not just to a company, but to everyone who has ever been underestimated. Before you go, please comment below. What moment of unexpected respect or kindness have you witnessed that changed someone's life? Your stories may inspire someone else reading them.